Hey, it's me, Bria. Happy Pride, everybody. It's June 1st. You know what that means. All the corporations saw their shadows and they're coming out for another 30 days of pandering to queer people and taking our money. I joke about that. We all get cynical about the sheer level of commercialization of Pride. And I think a lot of people are a little, I don't know, wary of, alienated by the flag waving, the overt signaling of queerness. I think a lot of us have contentious relationships with these things. A lot of us aren't fully comfortable with identifying with queerness. Even if we're totally queer, we're definitely not straight or not cis or not normal, whatever that is, but we feel weird engaging with this identity that is queerness, this reified thing of like someone wearing a denim vest and dyed hair and a bunch of patches or whatever, like someone actively challenging gender norms. We have a hard time identifying with that, a lot of us, and I really sympathize with that. I think I talked about it in a video last time at Pride about this sort of thing, about you go through life not feeling like you belong anywhere, and so you kind of define yourself as being against whatever, right? Whether it's the mainstream or the alternative. Any codified thing that becomes like a uniform or like a mode that you're expected to fall into, sometimes we have a hard time falling into it or trusting it because we've been hurt by the world. We already tried fitting into the world, already tried fitting into the cis hetero mainstream, and it didn't feel right for us, and we found ourselves, and now we don't want to shove ourselves into a new box, a new expected way of being that we feel is somebody telling us what to do. I sympathize with that. I get that. But I do think Pride as a celebration has a great deal of value because it's showing a different possibility. It's showing an alternative. You don't have to fit into the cis hetero box. You don't have to do anything. So even if you're a queer trans person that doesn't want to wave a flag, you don't want to signal your queerness necessarily, you don't want to identify wholly with queerness, I got news for you. You're still very queer. It's one of the queerest things you can be. You're being yourself. That's the whole point. If you can authentically be yourself, just unabashedly live your life the way you want to live it on your terms, that's one of the most powerful things a person can do. And you will be showing other people that it is possible to be yourself, to be whoever you want to be. You don't have to fit into any box, the straight box or the queer box. You can just be yourself. And the more people being themselves in the world, the better and more free this world's going to be. More people are going to see the possibilities. Even if you're not queer, you could be a straight person who dresses how they want to dress, who behaves how they want to behave. And more we're seeing that. Younger generations are doing that more, and that's what scares the phobes. That's what scares the people that don't like Pride and queer people. They want to keep things in a little box. They want to keep people controlled. They want to have some sort of idea that this is how things have to be. This is who you are, and you have to follow the rules, and never mind that I just so happen to benefit from how things are. It's this control that is being exerted. And the more people that refuse to go along with it and just do their own thing, no matter what that might be, the harder it's going to be for them to maintain that control. You don't have to be a flag-waving, pink-haired queer. You can be whoever you want to be. But recognize the value in that, and recognize the value in there being a large contingent of pink-haired radical queers out there dancing and unabashedly being themselves and showing the world that it is possible to do something different. That's why every year I feel more and more attached to Pride, even as jaded and bitter as I am, even as disconnected as I am from any sense of group identity. I recognize I am part of a group. I'm part of a group of people that are doing their own thing and being themselves. Even if it doesn't look the same way that I'm doing my own thing and being myself, and why would it? Why should it? The way I do things should look different from how other people do things. Yeah? And of course, I think it's important to recognize that as a member of this group of people, we have to be in solidarity with one another because I don't know if you've been keeping up with current events, but there's a lot of people gunning for us right now. There's a lot of hatred towards the LGBTs. And sticking together as a political bloc is very important right now. We need to have a realization that as important as doing your own thing is, being a part of a larger movement is kind of essential. Things are really scary right now. It's really easy to feel like we could get ground up under the wheels of society. But when you're with other people, it's not quite as scary. And it's not as easy to get ground up. If we stand together, then we're going to have a much better chance of surviving whatever comes in the future. So I hope more people are able to find a connection to the queer group, the queer identity, the queer bloc, and hopefully we can stand together and act together and keep each other safe. So I don't know, I don't want to ramble too long about this, but that's what I'm thinking today on the first day of June for Pride. Happy Pride, everybody. I hope you feel pride in yourself and who you are, however you express that, however you do it. There's no wrong way. You're valid. Uh, to be cliched about it, you are though. There's no invalid way to be you. Only you know who you are. And if you're a straight person or ostensibly straight person watching this, a cis person watching this, be yourself. Do what you want to do. Don't let anybody tell you who you are, how to live your life. Why would you go through life living somebody else's life? Live your life. You don't have to be queer. You don't have to present any particular way. You can just be you. And yeah, I feel like I've said that a lot now, so I'm just going to go. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like this dumb channel. Hit like on the video if you felt like this helped you. Leave a comment. Let me know how you express yourself, how you do or do not jive with queerness. Whether you're going to do anything for Pride or if you do something a little different for Pride. I'm a little curious to see how other people are being in the world. Take care, be good, have fun, kill all your enemies. Bye!